Survive a fight in which you kill 10 or more enemies. Yep. Let's get everybody over here. It 100% immediately short
I
rest.
can keep going a little longer now.
But also, let's level everyone. And it's going to keep going up as wizard. We do finally get second level spells learned as a wizard, although we already had second level slots. But let's see. We have ways to get invisibility easily enough. It's probably good to have knock as an option. And Misty Step. Probably want to make sure that we have Misty Step available most of the time. But other than that, we probably just want to yep, that's fine. Now, Lae'zel gets a feat, and we're gonna go with Tavern Brawler and put her strength up to 18. So now, throwing is gonna be much more useful for her. And for spells, I suppose a protection from evil and good. There are specific encounters where that can be meaningful. Do we want to replace either of the spells we have? No, not really. Gained a cantrip. Light, I suppose. We have light from another source. Let's put resistance on for no reason. Well, not for no reason, but yeah. Okay. Warding bond we're using. Healing word is good. Haven't really used command yet. We do want create and destroy water. Let's do it this way. Warding bond for sure. Healing word and sanctuary for sure. Silence, it doesn't really say it here, but it is a ritual spell, and there's definitely spots for it, but it's probably one of those things where if I'm going to use it as a ritual spell, I can prepare into it. So at this time, maybe a hold person, and then command, guiding bolt, and create a destroy water. And then a feat for Shadowheart. Honestly, I think we're just gonna go with good old-fashioned ability score improvement and get wisdom and constitution up there to help with concentration checks and more hit points since she's absorbing damage from the warding bond, and also just to get wisdom as high as it can reasonably be at this time. Maybe that was even my intention when I respect her. And I think with Karlach, Great Weapon Master.
Whatever comes, I'm
We've
ready.
got a channel divinity charge back. Let's go ahead and use that immediately. And also, since we're certainly not going to be doing anything before we do another long rest, let's put... let's wash away that poison, just to make things more convenient for us. That poison... oh, there's poison around all of them, huh?
I'll take this way. I know what to do.
There we go. Okay.
One with the weave. In for a surprise?
The Phase Spider Matriarch has this Poisoner's Robe. When the wearer casts a spell that deals poison damage, it deals an additional 1 to 4 damage. That is useless for our party, but Gale does not have a robe on, and he does have the Chromatic Orb spell, so I suppose I may as well put it on. And to that effect, I may as well sacrifice Thunderwave, I guess, for Chromatic Orb, just in case. And most of I think these phase spiderlings pretty much have nothing on them.
Immediately.
Something ominous about such depths. Wonder how deep it goes.
Lead the way.
So that is basically a clue that if you want to, you can jump down there, and you will end up on another map. If you don't cast Featherfall first, you'll die doing it. But we do have Featherfall, so that is something that we're going to keep in mind for later. For now, we are very interested in this Dark Amethyst.
Most excellent.
It's Journal updated. Unlock the Ancient Tome. We found the gem to unlock the book. So, let's do the thing.
The book is locked tight with no visible keyhole, only an oval recess in the cover's mouth. You try to examine the book, but the longer you stare, the more those piercing amethyst eyes draw you in. Beneath the allure, you feel the faintest echo of torment. There is great power in this book, but also great suffering.
Actually, we're going to put the book away because I forgot to do something. Shadowheart has a new cantrip.
I'm ready. Whatever it takes.
And reading the book does trigger some saving throws. So, we're actually going to make some use of resistance immediately. Let's cast resistance on Gale. And then
Which way to the nearest library?
read the book. The Necromancy of Thay.
The book is locked tight with no visible keyhole. There is great power in this book, but also great suffering.
And now that we have it, we can place the amethyst in the slot on the book's cover. Open the book. Karlach disapproves. Unfortunate.
The book's pull is irresistible. You feel changed, bettered for having opened it. Suddenly you are capable of anything. Felling mountains, darkening suns, conversing with the dead. So much promised. But what is sought in return? Glyphs shift gently before your eyes. Words slip into your mind, onto your lips, forming words you don't understand. And something is trying to reply.
Wizard, saving throw. Turn to the next page, wary of any arcane tricks. I could bless, but that would disrupt the concentration on resistance, and it would provide the same benefit. So I'm not going to use up the spell slot.
The symbols move aggressively, probing your mental defenses. But you hold strong. For now.
Saving throw. Turn another page. Oh, we do have 4 inspiration, so I'm definitely going to try that again.
The world around you is gone. You can only see those glyphs, only hear those voices. You feel claws moving in the shadows. They pull at you, dragging you closer.
Saving throw. Urge your hand to turn another page. That is a rather difficult saving throw. I will use 1 more inspiration to try to make it. But we have to roll high. So it's not worth using too much more inspiration. And we didn't make it.
The glyphs scream, searing your mind. You feel lost, tossed in a sea of arcane power you can neither control nor comprehend. Black strands of weave curl all about you, only to sink as into graves as you try to grab hold. Necromantic spells, tantalizingly powerful, slip away forever. The book snaps closed. You've seen too much. What profane knowledge is now seared inside of you should never have known.
Secrets of the Necromancer. Gale is inspired. Although, even though we failed the saving throw, we do now have an inherent Speak with Dead spell, which means we can just get rid of that amulet. Secrets of the Necromancer. Discover the strange nature of the Thayan tome. And then, also, unlock the ancient tome. We managed to read most of the book, absorbing some of its necromantic power, but it snapped shut before we could finish it. There must be a way to reach the end. And we managed to read most of the book, but its most powerful secrets are indecipherable. There must be someone in Faerun with the knowledge needed to unlock the necromancy of Thay. So, we will be able to continue that in Act 3. Alright, so with that out of the way, let's just finish checking out what is in the Whispering Depths here.
Curiosity must be satisfied. Adventure awaits.
There is a waypoint. that web is destroyed, which means we'll have to climb up that. But I think actually all of this area I'm gonna go ahead and loot, and then I will rejoin you. Okay, there really wasn't much besides the Spider Matriarch herself. She is dead, which is fine because from the journals that we found, she's probably a very evil ex-high elf who turned herself into this. But the spiderlings that survived, the ones that are just knocked out, like that one, we're not going to worry about them. They're just spiders being spiders. The two Ettercaps that were in here, we did finish them off, but that was more because they presented another problem with their infestation. Did I leave people behind? They probably got stuck on webs or something.
Let's explore.
Also, I should renew my detect thoughts because I definitely lost concentration on that. And then we have not been this way. So we see that there is a cracked wall over here. Let's go ahead and peek down here real quick. Huh. Interesting. So we're gonna, like, sort of peer through the cracks, and we can probably just barely tell that that is the blacksmith's workshop basement where we saw the other cracked wall. That could have made for a alternate route down here, or perhaps an escape. But what has been down here we have handled now, so we don't need to worry about it. I'm just gonna grab the few things that I saw here real quick and rejoin you. Yeah, it was literally just a couple of torches. So we're actually gonna head out the way we came in by climbing back up the well. And now that we have finished off the Phase Spider Matriarch. Now that we have finished off the Phase Spider Matriarch, it is almost certainly time to long rest. So, let's do that. None of the companions had anything to say, but I did notice that I have this Whispers of Madness condition. Dark whispers pervade the creature's mind, disadvantage on wisdom checks. I'm willing to bet that's because I failed the saving throws on the book. Hopefully it'll go away on long rest. If not, I may have to wait until next level to get rid of that when Shadowheart can cast Remove Curse. But for now, it's time to go to bed.
You don't sleep well, flitting between dreams and nightmares. Maybe you wake up because you know something is wrong, or maybe you just get lucky.
Shit. No, it's not what it looks like. I swear. I wasn't going to hurt you. I just needed, well, blood.
There, in the dim firelight, you see him for what he really is. A vampire, a slave to sanguine hunger.
I can't believe I didn't see it. We even found the boar you snacked on.
It's not what you think. I'm not some monster. I feed on animals. Boars, deer, kobolds, whatever I can get. I'm just too slow right now. Too weak. If I just had a little blood, I could think clearer, fight better. Please.
Why didn't you tell me?
At best, I was sure you'd say no. More likely, you'd ram a stake through my ribs. No. I needed you to trust me. And you can trust me.
You tried to bite me. How can I trust you?
Because we don't have a choice. Not if we're going to save ourselves from these worms. I need you alive. You need me strong. Please, only be a taste, I swear. I'll be well, you'll be fine. And everything can go back to normal.
Now, we do know that Gale is awfully understanding about Astarion's condition if you're playing as a custom character or as a different origin, and the party finds out Astarion is a vampire. He says something along the lines of, "We all have our burdens." I don't want to be rude to him, but also Gale knows that there's something inside him that probably is going to be more than Astarion bargained for. And I have to admit, I'm going to pick this mostly because I want to see what the hell happens. Go ahead, but be warned, you might bite off more than you can drink.
Really? Well, let's see, shall we?
He moves in quickly, eagerly, and his bite is like a shard of ice through your neck. But something inside you stirs, and the cold fades.
You taste like bile. What the hell is wrong with you?
That is a long story, the goddess of magic herself. Not one I'm inclined to tell to the man who just tried to bite me.
Well, you're full of surprises. Safe to say this will never happen again. I'll go and find something on 4 legs to eat, I suppose. See you in the morning.
Let him go.
You watch him stalk away, slumped, sulking, and ready to kill.
Yes, Astarion, what would you like to say about that?
Morning. I hope last night's little unpleasantness hasn't left a bad taste in your... Well, I hope there are no bad feelings.
No, but I have questions. How are you standing in the sun?
Oh, I have no idea. By rights, I should be cinders in this light, but someone or something is keeping me alive. Standing in the sun, wading through a river, wandering into homes without an invitation. They're all perfectly mundane activities now. As for my other quirks, well, we can figure those out in time.
What's causing this? The Mind Flayer's parasite?
That's my theory, but who knows? I'm just glad you're being sensible about these revelations. I was worried people might turn up with torches and pitchforks. Although there's still time.
Vamps don't scare me, as long as they keep their teeth to themselves. No sense judging someone for who they are. Except devils, obviously.
For his sake, he best not develop an appetite for Githyanki.
I trust him. He won't hurt us.
Quite the opposite. I'm here in the spirit of openness and honesty, to work together as a team.
Maybe we could get him to wear a bell. Dissuade any nighttime prowling.
There now. We're all friends again. Shall we go? There's a long day ahead of us.
Okay, so now that we are level 3, we can have a maximum of 6 Arcane Wards, and resting brings us up to half of that, which is 3. So the difference between 6 and 4 Arcane Wards is pretty massive, actually. At 4 Arcane Wards, it protects you from 4, and then 3, and then 2, and then 1, for a total of 10 damage. Let's call it doubled because we're doing the warding bond from Shadowheart. So 20 damage. With 6, it goes 6, then 5, then 4, then 3, then 2, then 1. 21 damage. Double that for the warding bond is 42. So by gaining this level, we get just a little bit over double the protection that we had last level. And each level that we add, so at level 5 wizard, I'm sorry, level 4 wizard. Yeah, at level 4 wizard we'll have 8, so we'll add we'll add 7 and 8. We'll add another 15 on top of it, as opposed to the 11 that we're adding now. And each level will add another 4 higher than that. So then we'll add 19, then we'll add 23. So yeah, the more wizard levels we have, the more tanky that we are, which is why up to this point I actually haven't been all that resilient, because I've only got up to 4, but now I'll have up to 6, and that'll be a big deal. However, this is kind of an awkward spot because a single casting at level 2 of Armor of Agathys will only bring us up to 5. And I want to be at 6. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast a first level Armor of Agathys. Actually, hang on a moment. Protection from evil good is an abjuration spell. I can memorize Disguise Self if I need it. Let's do that. And let's cast that once, just to get an arcane charge, and then do the Armor of Agathys. That gets us up to 6. And then Detect Thoughts will ruin the protection from good and evil, but we did that literally just to get the arcane charge. Now, I have already used some spell slots, and we have these arcane recovery charges. The main question here is, do I want to use both arcane recovery charges and get another second level casting of Armor of Agathys for the higher return damage and the higher temporary hit points? Or do I want to maximize the number of arcane wards we can have per day by using this? Well, actually, I guess it's the same, right? Because this is 2 spell levels, which is 2 spell levels of arcane ward either way. So in that case, the better thing to do would be to just go ahead and get a level 2 spell slot back. Okay.
Oh, enough waiting. I crave blood.
Now let me remember to bind my weapon. Put on some temporary hit points for Lae'zel. Astral knowledge, dexterity.
My faith will guide me.
So I was thinking that I would want to do enhance ability on Gale for intelligence to make detect magic checks easier. However, that is a concentration spell, which means if I just put it on now and we get into a fight, and especially if she's warding bond, she could very easily just lose concentration on that on a bad die roll. So I probably don't want to do the enhance ability immediately. So I'll put the warding bond on. We'll leave camp. With everybody together, including Basket. We'll do aid. Basket herself will go invisible. And then I do have a second level spell slot left, which means I could command 2 people, I could try to hold person, I could... Yeah, enhance ability isn't a ritual spell or anything. So if we're going to do a lot of dialogue, like if we enter a settlement, then I can do enhanced ability for that. And then I'm gonna do a little bit of vending, and that'll probably be it for this video. Okay, I sold stuff. There wasn't really a whole lot else past what I had already done, but I did make sure everybody has some potions and some water now. And in fact, Shadowheart,
Can't afford to stay
I
idle.
gave quite a larger share of potions to because I'm coming to understand, and maybe not as much as Gale's level gets higher and he has more and more Arcane Ward to lower the damage. But at the very least, Shadowheart has been getting quite hurt from that warding bond, so she's going to be drinking potions a lot more often than others will. Anyway, so we've handled all of that, and next time we will be making our way to the Goblin camp, as we are still on the hunt for Halsin. Alright, have a good one.